Hey everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how you can create an overhead GUI inside of Roblox Studio. Now overhead GUIs are basically little name tags that go above the head of a player if they're in a specific group, for example, or if they're the owner of the game. So let's get started. First we will actually design our overhead GUI, so let's go over to workspace and let's insert the parts. We're going to drag this part over here. This part will be purely used for visualizing the tag while we're still editing it. So let's insert the billboard GUI into the parts. We're going to rename this billboard GUI to overhead GUI. Make sure to spell it exactly like this or the code won't be able to find it. We will change a few properties of this billboard GUI. If you do not have this window open, we can go over to view and toggle it over here. So first we will search for size and we can change this to 6, 0, 2, 0. We can also change the size offset to 0, 2. Now we'll insert a text label into the billboard GUI. We can also change a few properties of the text label. So first we can change the size to 1, 0, 1, 0. We can search for background transparency and we can set this to 1. We can also search for text and set the text scale to true. And we can search for fonts and change the font to, for example, Verdoka 1. Now we can also insert a UI stroke. This will give it an outline. You cannot see the outline yet because the text is black and the UI stroke too, but the script will be able to change the color of the tag and then you will see the stroke. So now let's move this overhead UI to replicated storage. Now we'll insert the script into server script service. First we'll make a tag for the overhead GUI, so local overhead GUI equals game.replicated storage wait for child overhead GUI. Now we'll make two variables for the tags. So first local user tags equals, and then we're going to put these braces. In these braces we're going to put these brackets, and in between these brackets we can say 0 equals, and then again these braces, and then we can say text equals. And then for now we will just leave this empty, and we can say color equals, and then color3.new 0, 0, 0. We will fill this in later. Now for the other tag, we can say local group tags equals, and then again these braces. And like the user tags, we can say these brackets, in between these brackets 0 equals, and then braces, text equals, and then we will leave this empty again. Color equals color3.new 0, 0, 0. Now in these brackets, this will be the ID. So for the user tags, this will be the user ID of the player. And for group tags, this will be the group ID. Then text will be the text that will be displayed on the overhead GUI. And color will be the color of the tag. So now we can actually give these tags to the players. So game.players.playerAdded connect function player, and now we will check whenever the character of this player is added. So player.character added connect function character. First we need to actually select what tag the player needs to receive. So we'll make a variable local selected tag equals 0. Now we'll loop over the group tags, check do they meet the requirements of this tag, and if they do, we will set selected tag to this tag right here. After that we will also loop through all the user tags, check do they meet the requirements, meaning do they have the same user ID as this, and if they do, we'll set selected tag to this tag. So first we'll loop over the group tags, so for ID, tag in pairs group tags do if player is in group ID, then selected tag equals tag. Now we'll loop over the user tags. So for this we can do this the same way. So for ID, tag in pairs user tags do if player.userid equals ID, then select the tag equals tag. Now we check group tags first, and after that we check user tags. This means that user tags will have priority over group tags. So for example, if a player is both in a group and is also inside of the user tags, the user tag will be chosen instead of the group tag. You can change this by looping over the user tags first and after that checking the group tags. However, I feel that user tags should have priority over group tags. So now we'll actually check if there's a tag chosen, and if there is, we will give this tag to the player. So if selected tag does not equals null, then you can use the tilde symbol and then an equal symbol. This will pretty much mean is not equal to. So now we'll clone the GUI, put it inside of the head of the player and change all the properties. So local GUI equals overhead GUI clone, and GUI.parents equals character find first child head. Now we'll change the properties of this tag. So GUI find first child text label dot text equals selected tag dot text, and GUI find first child text label dot text color tree equals selected tag dot color. So now we'll actually fill in these tags and actually create them. So first we'll make a tag for the owner, so we'll fill in the correct user ID here. So let's go over to Roblox. So you can go over to the URL and here you can find the user ID. So let's copy this. Now let's go back to Roblox Studio. So let's paste it here. Now we'll change the text. So let's say owner, and we can also change the color here. So let's pick a yellow color. So something like this. And now we created our first tag. You can create as many tags as you want inside of this variable. So if you put a comma at the end, you can just copy this entirely, paste it, and you can change the ID, the text, and the color again. So let's remove this. Now we'll create a group tag. So let's go over to group on Roblox. So let's go over to the URL. Let's search for the ID here and let's copy it. So let's get back to Studio. So let's paste the group ID over here. We can change the text to member, for example, and we can also change the color. So let's pick purple, for example. So now in order to test it out, I'm going to load into a game with multiple players. Also, I just want to quickly mention, you can find all the scripts of my tutorials in my Discord server. And if you wish to download the project files, these are available on my Patreon. So we can close the script over here with a little close icon. Now, as you can see, everything works. We both have a tag above our head. However, if we face the sunlight, the color changes a bit. You can easily fix this by setting the light influence on the billboard GUI to 0. You can find that in the properties. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.